Okay, guys. So I'm making a video here to air some grievances about T-Mobile. Um, I've had Sprint for the last 4 years. I'm a truck driver by trade, so any data we can get our whole hands on is pretty valuable to us, especially those of us who spend our free time doing other things besides driving, like I don't know, streaming Netflix or Hulu or watching TV, or in my particular case, watching or playing video games and watching Hulu. Maybe both at the same time. Sometimes. Any case. So, to start off, I had Sprint. Service was sketchy, I'll admit, but you knew what you were getting based on what bands you were connected to. It was pretty simple. If you were on band 25 or 26, you were lucky if you were getting 10 megabits a second. 41 was the band to be on. And it was all right, You got about 100 megabits, but it was good. It was a good solid 100 megabits. You got 100 megabits, you were getting 100 megabits, no matter what time of day. It was the same with band 25 and 26. It may have been only 10 megabits. The upload speeds may have been a megabit a second, but you were getting that consistently. Ever since I did oh no, I'm a stupid truck driver, had my moment, and got these new SIM cards in the mail, that's when the problems started. The Sprint cards were sent to me about 3 weeks ago. Got them in the mail. The service has been nothing but garbage. I always heard how much better T-Mobile was than Sprint, and I have to say that seems like the biggest lie I've ever seen on the internet. I know there are a bunch of lies on the internet, but that one takes the cake because T-Mobile in the last 3 weeks has been garbage. Worse than garbage. Dumpster fire, really. I mean, the service is all over the place. It doesn't matter which band you're connected to. I could be connected to N71 and 40. Doesn't matter. The service is so fucking unreliable and bouncy that it's to the point unusable. Unless you specifically go into your phone, and I think you can only do this on Samsung phones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on Samsung phones you can go into Android and you can turn on call settings. It's a hidden developer thing, and then you can choose the bands you want to connect to, and only those bands. Once you do this on T-Mobile, it's okay, but the quality of service is still abyssal. I could be getting 300 megabits 1 second, and then the next second I'm getting 12. All my speed tests show this. I could give you speed tests for weeks, and they all show the same thing. Pings can fluctuate pretty heavily too, I've noticed. Now, I do all my speed tests with at least 4 bars. I don't do anything under. The Samsung phones have 5 bars, but whatever, it doesn't matter. All my speed tests are done with 4 bars under, and they're all giving me the same thing. I'll do one speed test, great. I'll do another speed test, garbage. And it's this inconsistency that has got me worried. Sprint never had this inconsistency. And on top of that, T-Mobile thinks they have to shape traffic. And not any traffic that, is intensive, but specifically the traffic I find most useful in my leisure times. That's right. I'm talking about game traffic. And they do a pretty harsh job of it too. So let me show you the first thing. Let me get here. We're going to go to Steam, and it's going to fail. All right? It's not going to work. Steam will not launch at all. See? There you go. But you turn Nord on. You know? We'll just, we'll select something. We'll go to Quick Connect here. Let it do its thing. It's got to pick the shittiest server in, like, New York or something. But that's alright. I ain't too worried about it. It's just for demonstrations. Oh, Nord oversold. I bought them last Christmas when they were offering a 5-year plan for pretty cheap. If you need to use a VPN for anything, don't use Nord. Well, anything intensive. I guess if you were just doing some streaming or, working from home, Nord's okay. They're not too bad. But if you wanted to do anything competitive, forget about it. Their servers are slower than turds. I mean, you connect to Nord and the ping times triple, and your megabytes and your megabits up and down go down about 3/4 of what you would get without Nord. So, and that's even on Chicago and Dallas servers. It's pretty bad. Nord either needs to get more servers or something. Anyway, Nord is connected now. We're going to go over here back to games. We're going to launch Steam. And it's going to work. Because T-Mobile's blocking Steam traffic. That's the only possible explanation. And right now, T-Mobile can't tell the difference between me watching two people slap their meat together and me playing, Ghoul Simulator and watching two ghouls slap their meat together. And don't kink shame. Don't kink shame. But I want to show you this so you guys can see. This is going to be Nord connected, by the way. I made a recording earlier. It was about 30 minutes long of me rambling on and hate bashing T-Mobile. And now I have to re-record it because I failed to realize that I can only record video in 1080p. Wonderful, right, guys? Anyway, this is the lobby server, okay? This is my primary concern with what T-Mobile is doing. It's very, very sneaky, hush-like. Alright? Everything you do on every game that I've had affected, coincidentally, has a lobby server. Now, the lobby servers and the game servers are separated. You log into the lobby server, and that lobby server has all your information and your character data. It knows what you bought, how much of it you bought, how much your playtime is, what have you. All your character data is stored on a separate server than the game world. This isn't true for every game, but it's true for almost every game. So we'll hit play, we'll do standard adventure work, and it'll connect because Nord is online. All right. The problem I have with using a VPN, or it's not just Nord, it's any VPN in particular, because it throws the routes all over the place. All right, the routes are just, when you use a VPN, you never know what the route is going to be. It can take you right through a dead zone. It could be bouncing you off of California before it ever makes its round trip back to you. Usually it's not supposed to, but that's what a VPN is for. It's used to hide your traffic. It's hide what you're doing. Alright? Here I am. I'm in game. Now it's not so bad. I mean, the ping does get out of hand, and this is probably a good example of a game that when pings get out of hand, shit goes haywire. Fallout is the net code. What net code? Fallout 76 is absolutely a nightmare. Um, there is no
acquired. Your scan.
There's no compensating. High pings lead to some seriously hilarious situations. This is Bethesda, in nature. It's actually, some of it is amusing. I had a flying death claw chase me one time. You couldn't kill it. It would just, you'd get it almost down to dead, and it would just, the health rubber band all the way back to 0. And it would follow you no matter where you went. To your camp, it'd spawn right there next to you. It attached itself to me, and it would not leave me alone until I gave up all my hours of building the little camps and setups that I had for all the little resource areas, and wasted all those, utilities, scripts, scraps, metals, what have you. So, and that was just one time. This does it a lot. All right? So let me show you what happens if I disable. Nord, we'll just disconnect here. Now I will kick play again. And I will show you what happens. I will be able to connect to the lobby server A-OK. You wanted to do a trace route, right? If T-Mobile asks you to do trace routes to, prove this, otherwise they're going to tell you, I've already talked to them, oh no, we don't do anything like that. Yeah, sure you don't. Alright. As you can see, shit already loads much faster. I can visit the atomic shop, I can buy stuff. I'm completely connected to the lobby server right now. I can go into social. I have no friends. You're reading that correctly. If you guys need friends, or you're Fallout 76 people, and you exist, don't blame me if you don't. You can add me, Idiot Effect, and I will be more than happy to share the pain with you. We can suffer together. Anyway, with no Nord, we can do this. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't matter if you try to do a private world, it'll do the same thing. And this is what it'll do. The lobby server works fine, but it will not complete the handoff. I can't go any game that tries to do a handoff from a lobby to a game will not complete. Didn't do this for Sprint. This only started when I put those T-Mobile Sprint or T-Mobile SIM cards in like a fucking moron. All right, I had the best of both worlds, and I threw it all away for this. All right. So, and it doesn't matter how many times you do that, it'll keep doing it. I'll do it again just to prove a point. And now, the reason I said it was sneaky, and they'll ask you to prove it with a trace route, the reason it's sneaky is because if you do a trace route, guess what you're going to get? You're not going to get the game server. You're going to get the lobby server. And the lobby server works. They always work, every single one of them. I can connect the lobby servers in all the games. However, it will not hand off at all. Let's try another one. Let's do War Thunder. War Thunder, World of Warships, um, some Steam games, Fallout 76. I've already showed you that example. However, uh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Um, Final Fantasy Online is the odd duck out. Your character information is stored on your home server. Mine just happens to be Fairy. So there's no handoff. So lobby servers don't technically exist. So it works fine with no VPN, which is cool. I actually play Final Fantasy 14 a lot. Um, I had played it since 1.0, and I don't think I'll ever give it up. Um, so War Thunder. Let's show you War Thunder. See what it does. The client is basically the lobby at this point. I'm in the game because you literally log into the client and then it'll launch the easy cheat. This is my masochist go-to game. When I want to have that feeling of being strung on my balls upside down from a ceiling fan and not hanging upside down ceiling fan from my actual balls, this game will do it for me. Especially if I play anything that's not USSR or Germany. Love this game. I mean, if you're a masochist, this game is absolutely for you. Unless you play, like I said, USSR and Germany. One of them has stellinium shells that explode with a nuclear force inside any vehicle they happen to come in contact with, whether it penetrates or not. Germany, on the other hand, will penetrate 8 freaking tanks and go right out this other side. Sure, it'll only kill one person for each tank it goes through, but the bonus is you'll pin. Sure, you're not blowing anything up with the glorious stellinium. You know, you're not generating the sun on Earth from a single 45mm caliber shell, but it sure beats the USA, Great Britain, Japan, China, Italy, France, Sweden. These are all right here. These are all just the fodder for these two right here. Don't even bother playing them. They're not worth it. That's ground forces, by the way. Naval force isn't so bad, but it's not so heavily based yet with the secret documents, comrade. So we'll have to wait until those secret documents for those ships come out to see, how hard it leads in the Russian bays. But for ground forces, it's pretty hard. You either play as the war criminals or you play as the war criminals. I mean, there is no in between. So let's show you exactly what happens here. This is the lobby server, by the way. This is what shows you all your information. Shows you how poor your ass is. Shows you how many Silver Eagles you don't really have. And everything else. I've also been playing this game for far too long. About 5 years I've been in War Thunder. I've recently just started playing again. I thought the other nations would be fun. They're not. They're worse than the United States and Japan. Real. This is dangling from the ceiling fan with your balls while the ceiling fan is at maximum speed. Anyway, that's what happens. It can't connect to the server. There's no handoff. So if I did a trace route on War Thunder, it would do the same exact thing as Fallout 76. There will be no errors, no discrepancy for T-Mobile to look at and go, we have a problem. And I believe this is by design, too, on T-Mobile's end. They know that most of the game traffic hops. So they're doing something in between that hop to fuck us over. Or fuck me over. Or fuck T-Mobile users over. you know, because I guess that's the thing to do when there's only 3 carriers now. You can just do what AT&T and Verizon does. Nobody will bat an outlet. It's not like there's anybody else you can go to now. So we'll close this. You have to close it, otherwise, because like I said, it acts as part of the lobby. We'll go to Quick Connect. We'll let it do its thing. Wait for it to come on. There it is. And now we'll go back to War Thunder, and it'll work. Because now it doesn't know the difference between me watching Hulu or Netflix and me playing a video game. How quaint is that? And by the way, Netflix and Hulu work fine. I've not had a problem with Netflix and Hulu, which is unusual. I've not had a problem with my glorious porn habit either. AK porn is something to behold, man. You could see every wrinkle on that goose. You'll sit there and count the pores. I hope it really takes off. Counting the goosebumps on some chick's ass is going to be a new challenge. Just waiting for it on TikTok. So here we are. All right. Well, go play a game. Look at that. Yeah, it works. Keep in mind that I am on the U.S. and the U.S. servers are housed in California. I will admit that's not the best of situations, considering I'm in, well, Virginia right now. Probably not the best of places, but here we go. This is not competitive, and this gets much, much worse. All right? Much, much worse. Packet loss is never good. But anyway, that's going to bounce around a lot. You see right there. We'll do a barrel roll. Whee! All right, that's demonstrative purposes. Now we'll bail out, and people will send me nasty, nasty. Why'd you leave? We needed you. Because they're all gonna go right for the ground forces anyway, like lemmings to slaughter. That's how it normally goes. And then the glorious, Swede music. Enough of that. There you go. So just demonstrated what's going on. Lobby server will always work. You will always be able to see the lobby server for any games that have lobbies. That's any competitive game. Mostly all online games have you log into a lobby. But the real motivation is why in God's name would T-Mobile go through such an effort to do this? It doesn't make any sense. All these games that I showed you use less than dial-up speeds worth of data. Well, far less than streaming Netflix or Hulu. Why do you feel the need that you need to block game traffic is beyond me. But you're doing a very good job of it with being sneaky like that. By blocking the hop and not the actual lobby, you continue to send me to call services centers with these, texts from Morocco, and they can continue to tell me, oh, there's nothing absolutely wrong with your services according to these trace routes you sent us. Good day, sir. So, here it is. I'm not sure if this is something T-Mobile can fix. I'm not sure if there's like a gamer package that I have to buy and add to my account for $19.99 along with the Facebook package or the streaming package, to actually watch a stream at anything higher than 240p. But if there is, I'm already paying $380. I really don't think 19 more is going to hurt me. But apparently T-Mobile doesn't have such a package. Oh no. Oh, you have Magneto Max. So you already have everything we could possibly give you. And if that's the case, T-Mobile, I can see why you needed Sprint. So, in the last 3 weeks, I have had a absolute horrible experience. The last 3 weeks have been more horrible than the last 4 years on Sprint. Sprint, people like to give it a bad rap, saying, oh, Sprint sucked, or Sprint. The last 3 years of Sprint were probably actually, no, you know what? No, not probably actually. They were 10 times better than the experience I'm getting from T-Mobile right now. And you're supposed to be the, ultimate capacity, super speed, stacking that shit on like 5 fat ladies in 5G. And it's garbage. Your network is garbage. Your speeds are garbage. Your reliability is garbage. And you're throttling. I mean, I don't get you. Here's what I do get. There's nothing I can do about it. You're going to continue to play these games, and I made this video. I'm going to upload this video to both Reddit, the T-Mobile channel. I'm also going to upload it to YouTube. And hopefully people watch it. I can make an informed decision before they do something stupid. Like, put those T-Mobile SIM cards in that you send in the mail. We had till 2024 to put them in? Yeah, I could have got 4 more years of reliable service. But no, I had to be the stupid one, right? Oh, that dumb truck driver just couldn't wait. Had to put those new SIM cards in. And they auto-activate too. That's also pretty clever. That way when you put them in, you're fucked the moment you turn your phone on. Genius. Definitely promote whoever came to that one. Other than that, no, you're unusable to me. So I think I will be uncarriering myself from you, and I'll be signing up with AT&T. Sure, they probably do the same thing as Verizon. But you know what? At least their service is stable and doesn't fly all over the fucking place. So when I do fire up Nord, at least the connection will have somewhat, semblance of stability and not be fluxing all over the place between, 300 megabits a second to the 2 megabits a second and back to 300 seconds. Just fuck all that jazz, guys. Your network sucks. It's no wonder you had to buy T-Mobile. Or it's no wonder you had to buy Sprint. If you wouldn't have bought Sprint, you'd have been fucked. Just be honest with yourself. Sprint had you in a fucking corner. Ultra capacity, my ass. So, that's where we're at. This is an informative video. You ever do want to do any gaming, don't go with T-Mobile. They're fucking people over already, and they don't even know it. So, there you are. That's what this video is about. Sorry I don't have that announcer voice. Sorry I ramble on. And this video helps you, great. If T-Mobile is listening to this, fix your shit, guys. You can do whatever the hell you want after I exceed my 320 gigabyte limit. But not fucking before then. But apparently you think you are allowed to, so I can't change what you've decided, so I can change who I give my money to. And that's what we've decided, or what I've decided. I will give my money to somebody who has a network that's actually halfway stable, and it clearly isn't you, T-Mobile. So, that's where it is. That's all I wanted to say. Rant out.